This is part 2 for the video from the arraignment today for Jeremy Best. As you watch the video, you will see he displays some very bizarre behaviour. Have a little watch, and I'll see you on the other side.
Count number 2 alleges murder in the first degree, a felony, Idaho Codes 18-4001, 4002, 4003, 4004. Again, with a penalty of a minimum of 10 years up to life and or death, or the death penalty and a $50,000 fine. The state alleges in that count that the defendant, Jeremy Albert Best, on or about November 30th, 2023, in the county of Teton, state of Idaho, did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought and without legal justification, kill a human fetus carried by Miss Callie Randall Best by shooting Miss Best and causing the fetus's death. Count number 3 alleges use of a firearm during the commission of the crime, which is an enhancement under Idaho Code 19-25-20, which would add an additional 15 years to any conviction associated with this charge. It's alleged that the defendant, Jeremy Albert Best, on or about November 30th, 2023, in the county of Teton, state of Idaho, would use a firearm in the commission of the crimes alleged in counts 1 and 2. Dated December 4th, 2023, Office of the Prosecuting Attorney, signed Bailey Smith, prosecutor. Mr. Archibald, having taken care of the rights and the reading of the complaint, how would the defendant like to proceed today?
Your Honor, me and Mr. Malik have met with Mr. Best. We believe that it's necessary for, under Idaho Code 18-11, that a competency review be ordered by this court. So we would ask that an order from this court be sent to the Department of Health and Welfare to conduct a mental competency review.
That's not my attorney.
All right, Mr. Best, I'll take care of that in a moment, okay? As the court's indicated, I've appointed Mr. Archibald and Mr. Malik to represent you in this matter. Ms. Smith, you want to be heard on this?
No objection to the 18-11, Your Honor.
The court will order a competency evaluation pursuant to Idaho Code 18-211-212. I'll order the Department of Health and Welfare to conduct that evaluation as quickly as practical and return a report to the court as to whether or not Mr. Best is in condition to aid in his own defense and understands the proceedings against him. Recognizing that an 18-11 may create a stay in this case, I'm still going to go ahead and set a preliminary hearing for December 18th at 9:30 a.m. We should have a report back by then. That may create a need to postpone or move that, but we'll wait for that report to come to the court before we make that determination. Lastly, we need to talk about bond in this matter. Mr. Best was initially arrested on an arrest warrant. Since that arrest warrant has been served, the state has filed an amended criminal complaint, which the court has now read to Mr. Best. Does the state wish to be heard on the issue of bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead, please.
In light of the state's amendment of the charges in this case to 2 counts of first-degree murder, the state requests that the defendant's bond imposed on the second-degree murder charges filed on December 1st be revoked and that the defendant be held without bond. Under Idaho Criminal Rule 46B, the defendant is not entitled to bond on offense punishable by death. The court is to consider the factors enumerated in Idaho Criminal Rule 46C when determining whether to grant bail, and it's clear that the defendant does not merit bond in this case. The nature of these crimes is as serious as they come. The murders of Callie Randall Best and her unborn child are arguably the most horrific crimes committed in Teton County in recent history. I understand that the facts regarding the defendant's flight from the scene and subsequent conduct towards Zeke Best are not yet before Your Honor, but I will represent that the defendant fled from the scene, and it took extensive law enforcement efforts and efforts of the community to locate the defendant. The defendant has no remaining known family ties in the community. His wife and child that previously resided here are deceased. To the extent that Your Honor decides to grant the defendant bond over the state's objection, the state will request conditions of release and an opportunity to be heard on those today.
Thank you. Mr. Archibald, do you wish to be heard?
Your Honor, I acknowledge that there is no bond for a crime that's punishable by death, so I'm not asking for bond at this time.
Thank you. The court will revoke the original bond was set under the original complaint filed in this case, and will indicate that because of the nature of the allegations against Mr. Best and the nature of the charges, specifically being 2 counts of first-degree murder, that no bond is appropriate in this case under Rule 46, and will hold Mr. Best in custody without bond until further proceedings to be held in this matter. Is there anything further, counsel, that we need to address today, Ms. Smith?
Nothing further from the state.
Mr. Archibald?
No.
All right, Mr. Best, I'm just asking you to stay in touch with your attorney so you can be prepared to represent you, and we'll go from there. With that, the court will be adjourned.
So guys, what do you think? Do you think that this is a case of a severe mental health issue, mental health and illicit substances issue? Do you believe he should get the death penalty? Do you think he should actually spend time served in a mental institution? That kind of thing. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I go through the comments. I may not be able to reply to every one of them, but I do read them. And do drop me a follow if you are not following me, so then you don't miss any updates on this case or any other cases that I post on my TikTok. Bye for now, guys.